Y'all, this Nicki Minaj and Cardi B situation is absolutely insane, okay? Y'all seeing a few of them on the screen, okay? Because I'm reading it word for word is absolutely insane, okay? Because I was not expecting this. This was not on my bingo card, but I guess it is what it is. Honestly, from the moment Cardi's, numbers came out, Nicki Minaj, her fans, like everything, even like under anything that I would post, like I would post, congratulations buddy, you did your numbers, congratulations, and you did good and everything, and literally would never ever mention Nicki Minaj's name once, but her fans would always insert her, in conversations. She inserted herself with these different tweets and such, inserted herself in Cardi B's rollout, inserted herself, just kind of consistently, obviously throwing shade or taking jabs. And everybody's been ignoring it, everybody's not really been saying anything. Cardi came at Bia, Cardi came at Akbar V, Cardi came at JT. Nobody has directly talked about Nicki Minaj at all. People have tried to twist it and turn it and say, hey, this is about Nicki, or hey, that's about Nicki. It hasn't been about her, period, because there is no conversation, there is no competition. I honestly feel like Nicki Minaj has been in rap for about 16 years. Cardi B is the new girl. She's too old to be going back and forth with Nicki Minaj, just respectfully. So I think that Cardi got sick of Nicki throwing jabs and, like, say something to me directly. Child, Nicki has called Cardi Barney B. But Cardi wasn't, holding down, or like she wasn't scared or running scared. She, spoke to her directly. Like, Cardi told her, okay, cocaine Barbie. She said that. It got insane, okay? It got disgusting. It got, oh my God. When I talk about, like, she spoke about allegedly saying that Cardi has STDs, allegedly have stated just different things, a lot of things, this low vibrational things that I can't say, but y'all see it, that was stated. I think for me, it was like, whoa, because like JT was trying to, play Nicki Minaj's music and do all these different things, pander to Nicki, because Cardi took shots at her. And what's crazy is Cardi quoted, not Cardi quoted, Nicki quoted a song from Cardi B's album, which she was like ABCDEFG, and that was a song that JT got, a jab at. Like, they came at JT with that song, and I just thought that it was funny that, hey, she used a JT jab, used the JT jab to respond to Cardi B. That's even more of a reason why that in itself made, JT look like a lapdog. She was trying to say, oh, how Cardi's at home looking ugly, and, basically trying to back up Nicki Minaj. But I just thought that that was insane because, for whatever reason, I don't know if you guys are cool now, but in the past it has been shown that you and her not cool like that. So I don't, like, it just made JT look even more insane or even more worse. But this whole thing got crazy. Cardi, the last thing that was said was, hey, you don't speak on my kids. This is like your third time speaking on my kid when you were going to fertility clinics trying to have a baby. And it was insane, She ain't say it like that. She was saying scrambled eggs and stuff, talking about Percocets, child. When I tell you it got messy, it got yeah, downright to the point. But she also stated calmly, like, you keep talking about my numbers all the time, but I don't know why, because you're like, when I was in high school, you had just came out. So you're old compared to me. The fact that you're even comparing your numbers to mine is not a read. Why are you not talking about Drake or Rihanna or Taylor Swift? You're underneath all of these people who started at the same time as you. But you want to talk about me, and I've only had 2 albums. I just came out. Why are you like, why do you feel the need to compare? And I felt like, that was telling to me, because it's like, okay, so you're trying to bully her because you feel as though, she's an up and coming girl. She's, just coming up in the game. You can be bigger than her, right? But the girls or the males or the people that are on your level, you can't go toe to toe with them. So I'm gonna go and pick on somebody that's, not, that's just coming, somebody that's just starting, just trying to build, and compare myself. And the fact that Cardi's doing good numbers, right? The fact that she's doing in like amazing numbers, and you're comparing yourself to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cardi's just, the fact that she's able to do that, it says a lot about her. It in fact speaks on her credibility and how cold she is, But it got nasty, y'all. It got very nasty, Y'all reading it on the screen. It got nasty. She was talking about Stefan. She talked about playing with his hell child, his bussy child. It got disgusting. Okay, she was saying pregnant, pregnant belly rolling off the charts. It was like, oh god dang. Okay, and I've seen a lot of barbs just, are happy about this or going up for this. And I'm saying in my mind, well, I mean, I wish you guys would get a video for some of the songs that you guys love so much that Nicki's doing. I wish you guys would get a lot of, great movements on stage for all the work that Nicki's doing that you guys like. I don't know. I just think that this is insane. And this makes Nicki Minaj look insane to me, just crazy, because it keeps going on and on and on. And I think that people just really wish that she would just mature. Like, girl, if you did good, that's fine. That's great. You don't have to like her. You don't have to like her. You could just ignore her, though. Why do you feel like you have to go toe to toe consistently? And the thing with Cardi is, you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. You're not going to treat me any kind of way. You're not going to make me feel any kind of way. I'm going to speak up for myself, and I'm going to defend myself. And you're not going to, no, not at my big age. At my big age, you're not going to be talking to me like that. She was saying that how, it was crazy. Cardi got surgery to look like her, saying, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, surgery to look like me. And I was like, what? Surgery? How? Nicki, you don't even look like you. You know what I'm saying? You don't even look like you. You've done things. You know what I'm saying? When you first came out, you didn't look like that. Oh my God. Come on now. And then Cardi was like, dang, she was streaming Magnet hard as hell. And I feel like she was. And it's crazy because that's the JT, spots. The JT hits or whatever. But JT want to be so Nicki, so Nicki, so Nicki. Girl, shut up. So it's been alleged that these people are coming out with a diss song. Allegedly, Bia's album is coming out very soon. So they're saying that it's been alleged. I don't know how true this is, that JT is supposed to be on this album and they're supposed to be coming with a collaborative effort of a diss song against Cardi B. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that's what they're saying. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm watching, I'm watching, and I'm going to bring it to you guys. I'm going to bring you guys the tea. But Nicki definitely likes Magnet. I like Magnet too. I think it's a really dope song, She was over here saying that he don't want to dig my I'm over, girl, what? What are you talking about? Like, she was just saying a lot of stuff that was like, okay, what? Okay, girl, what? We're like, I don't know. At first, it was able to be traced, but then it became not traceable. I don't know. And the thing is, only thing y'all could say about Offset was he cheated. He cheated. He cheated. But y'all couldn't say nothing else. Y'all wanted somebody that y'all could talk about. Y'all wanted somebody that I'm going to talk this about her, person. And the thing is, Nicki Minaj, there's been rumors about Meek Mills and, Diddy. Now, I don't know how true it is, but there's been rumors. So there's that. And there's been rumor about Safaris. They said Safaris belly dancing and some more stuff. So if you really want to talk about people being with bisexual men, you kind of have been with two. And let's just leave your husband alone. Okay, he may not be bi, but child, what I'm saying, I'm gonna leave that alone because that's none of my business. But it's been that. And then, she said that Cardi lied and said that, her mom was Trini. And I'm like, girl, why are you talking about mothers? Because, you notice one thing I've noticed is Cardi kind of keeps it to her, talks about her. Like, it's me and you. I'm not bringing up mamas. I'm not bringing up nobody. But when she started bringing up families, then Cardi like, okay, well, since we bringing up families, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nicki was calling Cardi Barney. You know what I'm saying? It was just insane, using AI to generate a picture, take Cardi's picture and like put Barney face on it. Talking about she rap like Barney. But my thing is, Barney don't rap. Barney sings. Barney sings, I love you, you love me. I guess that's the concept of, oh, she has ABC raps, saying that, she has the simplest form. And that was a picture Cardi put up, Nicki Minaj's brother with a pink wig on, child. It was just insane in the membrane. Insane. I'm like, man, how fast y'all downloading these apps to take shots at each other, child? It's just insane. But I don't know how it got to this point. Well, I know how it got to this point. Cardi couldn't have a success on her own. That's how. Cardi said, why you keep bringing up my album? It's not the gag, like I told y'all, that you think it is. You've been in the game like 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake, those are the numbers you need to be competing with. And you can't, because you doing what? Okay. She said it already. And y'all gonna pause that to read it. But A B C D E F G, jump out the plane, child. That's what Nicki's saying. But Cardi said earlier, like, it's not a read. It's not a read. It is not a read to talk about numbers with me. I came out after you. You shouldn't even want to be compared to me. You're like older than me, way older than me. You were out when I was in high school. Why do you want to be in competition with me? Nicki Minaj said, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, falling off the charts with a big belly, running trains, child, barefoot, still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me. But this was just insane. But this is what Cardi was responding to. All this, basically they're saying that it's ABC Raps. So she's saying that this is ABC Raps and this is her, taking shots. But Cardi, came back harder. Nicki hasn't said anything ever since Cardi had hit her with the whole little, and yeah, first of all, I'm going back to this because this was raw dogging pregnant with the fourth baby, Barney, BV, HPV. She was allegedly, like, she just was, it was insane. Like, girl, what? Why? And then you talking about kids. That's why Cardi came out and said, well, girl, you keep talking about my baby. You keep talking about my album. First of all, my kids ain't got nothing to do with you. Why is you talking about my kids when you can't have kids, girl? Why is it's all over here. Well, like, saying that you struggled, you had to go to fertility clinics to have your little boy, And then Cardi was like, all right, now, this is the third time talking about my pregnancy. Like, you weren't going to different fertility doctors because you couldn't reproduce from all them scrambling your eggs, not allegedly. Lord, protect my babies. Because she was definitely speaking on that girl's kid over and over again. I hate people who once wanted more children or struggled to have children and got that one blessing, down talking to another girl for having a lot of kids. Girl, why is that your business? You know what I'm saying? And we can't talk about, her man and what he got going on, because every one of y'all got like some men with some suspicion going on. Akbar V, your man is allegedly physically abusive. JT, your man is allegedly GAY. Nicki, you dated two guys so far that has some, allegations. There was Meek Mill's allegations, and then Safari belly dancing and all of that in his flamboyant ways. They said there was allegations there. And then on top of that, your current man is, that ain't allegations. That's confirmed, child. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got something going on. I don't know. It's just insane. But you want to talk about relationships and talk about other people. I think this beef is tired, man. It really is. I've tried to just take the high road and ignore all this mess and just think positive and just thank Cardi and just be in a positive mindset. But the fan base, like, y'all keep posting it, like I said, under every video that I post saying, congratulations, Cardi. Like, y'all really want me to talk about this. Y'all really want conversations about this. And I knew it was going to come to a head. So here's the conversation about it. Here's the, I don't know, back and forth about it or whatever. This is what Nicki Minaj posted. There's been this big conversation about Nicki saying that, hey, Jay-Z wouldn't help her be free from all the different debts and all of that debts. And, that's the issue here. That's why she's so mad at Jay. allegedly. Now I don't know how true that is, but that's what they're saying. They're saying, hey, she's in debt. She went to Jay-Z for help, and Jay-Z wouldn't help her. They're saying that, that's some of the reasons as to why she was mad at Kanye West, because she went to Kanye West about, some just business stuff, like fashion stuff, and he turned her down, and so she felt some type of way about him. They say that when she goes to you for a business venture and it's been a pattern, and you turn her down, she turns into dissing you online, mad at you, angry with you. She don't want to rock with you. If she was supporting you publicly, she don't want to publicly support you anymore. They're saying that's all the reasons as to why, so I don't know what's going on, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I love y'all.